I'm Joshua Potts, Mr. Possible, always with a brother with the same mother, Aaron Potts, Super Hot Potts, and you're watching and listening to your favorite two black runners every single Two Black Two. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who's there?
The echo in here, bro.
Yeah, we're in the HOKA mansion right now, bro. We in the mansion up in Eugene, Oregon for the USA Championships. U20's going on as well. And we're sitting next to history, Aaron.
Yes, sir, man.
We're sitting next to history.
Black history.
Black history right next to us on the podcast for an interview. Let you guys get to know this man right now. Going to Georgetown this fall out of Maryland. Has been killing it for over the past year and a half, doing his thing in the 1600, the mile, 800, 15, whatever it's about. He is killing on the high school scene and is ready for U20s competing tomorrow. We got Tinoda Matatsa. No, hold on. Let me rewind that back. Tinoda Matsatsa. I'm messing that up. Let him introduce himself.
Introduce himself real quick.
I'm Tinoda Matatsa.
Tinoda Matatsa.
Good enough.
Hey. I want to get it big, though. I want to get it big, though. You feel me? I want to be like, we got Tinoda Matatsa on the podcast with us today. I'm gonna have it down by the end of the pod. But how you feeling, Tinoda? How you feeling? You got USA's tomorrow. U20s trying to qualify. How you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good. I had my shakeout today in the morning. I got my shower in. I ate some breakfast in the morning. I'm feeling pretty relaxed and rested.
What'd you do for your shakeout?
I just did I did an easy 15 minutes. I wouldn't say it was too easy, of course, because like the hills here are monsters for no reason. But overall, it was pretty good.
Oh yeah. Why'd you choose to do U20s? You know, like you just did New Balance Nationals. It's pretty deep into the season. About to go to college. Why continue?
I don't know. I wanted something to do over the summer, and making it to a USA team was always like kind of a goal of mine since 2 years ago. And U20s was my first opportunity this year. Since last year, like I didn't think that I was fast enough to make a team, so I was like, this year I'm going to try and do it. And there's no world team, but I can still get up to the Pan American Games. So hopefully I can qualify and go there.
Is that in Colombia too?
It's in Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico
this year.
Puerto Rico. Dang. Either Colombia was last year, I believe.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico still
pretty sick.
That's still fire, bro.
Yeah.
Why they get all these islands, man?
Yeah.
There's like these beach cities would just be dope for U20s. But yeah, that's gonna be an amazing opportunity. And this is your first time here at Hayward Field or just Eugene. Simply, this is your second time in Eugene.
This is my second time here.
How does it feel, bro? Tracktown USA, being like, does it feel like surreal for you being able to race there in such like big stages? Last time Nike Outdoor, this time like U20s. Does it feel like surreal any type of way being a track runner racing here?
It does, yeah. It feels great because there's been a lot of like great runners running here. Like last year, last year Worlds was here, so being on the same track as great pro runners is just like amazing to me.
And I've had experience too, to be honest. Like unlike Aaron's never raced here. I'm actually you don't know this, Tinoda.
I always talks about this for some reason.
What do you mean? I'm a Diamond League champion.
Oh wow, really?
I won the Diamond League Media 400. I won last year. I won that. Why you say all like that?
No, I was just surprised. I was just a little surprised.
I did that. So I've been on the track. I had some experience. You feel me? Like
he said he was surprised. Surprised that you won, bro.
I won that. You feel me? I raced the Coach's Mile at Nike Outdoor. We don't really have to talk more about the race. But
how did the race go?
You know, like I was leading, like with 200 left to go. You feel me? I was feeling.
You lost to a 48-year-old man.
Okay,
let's just put it like that.
we were gonna get to that.
Moving, though.
I was relaxed. You feel me? I was moving. Came through. We were like 220. I was like, man, we going slow. You feel me? I don't even be running like that, but you feel me? Yeah, I lost though. I got third, but so I've had experience on the track, bro. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the big stages like Aaron. I just want that to be clear.
Hey man, that's ain't a big stage.
But you're definitely like competing to go into a big stage. What would it mean for you to make that USA team? You just said that dream started like 2 years ago, and that now that's a reality. What do you think it would mean to have that USA across your chest?
It would mean a lot to me, honestly, because it would be my first international team. Of course, I would get more experience before I go to college on how to like race semis and then finals and like learning different ways how to run the 800 and maybe the mile next year. So it's just it would just mean like a lot to me, basically.
What about just like your overall experience your senior year? It's been a dream season for you, you know, breaking 4, winning nationals, and then I just feel like too, you have this is like one of the best classes ever. And
For sure.
You're a part of that, and I feel like y'all are all homies. Like, what are some big things you feel like you learned and you take away from this year?
Mostly just like that your season won't always go the way that you would like plan it to. Cause I was hoping to run more races over my outdoor season.
Yeah.
I got hit with a strain like twice over my outdoor season, so I didn't get to race every race that I wanted to. I didn't perform how I always wanted to, but it's good to know that even through injury, you can still come back and like race at your best and perform at your hardest.
And before I wanted to get to like your background and how you got into just running in general. But like speaking of like the train, and I feel like you're probably training harder because I also seen that like you didn't run. Last year was your first year not running cross country in high school, and like was that really? And we were saying before that like, now you're like an 800 runner. Like that's how you view yourself. Was that kind of like you didn't run cross because you wanted to focus more on the 800?
I didn't run cross because I couldn't run cross. Like when I moved schools, I got recruited for soccer.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't really run cross country. So like after that, I kind of like I was like a 2-miler/miler before I moved, and then like after I didn't run cross country, I was like I don't really have the endurance or the strength, but I have more like speed from soccer. So I was like maybe I'll do more like mile 8.
Yeah.
So that's where I started like coming in onto the 800 scene more.
Wait, so let's get into that now. You got recruited to go to another school to play soccer, just a year ago, basically?
Yeah, last year.
Now you're going to now you're trying to make a U20 team and focusing on track and field. Just how did you get into the sport of just running in general?
I would have to say that it was definitely my mom. I got forced to run in like middle school when I tried to, escape the gym teacher, but somehow he caught me. So I ran in like 7th, 8th grade, and then I ran in 7th grade. I didn't really want to, but I was good and I won every race. So like 8th grade, I said, okay, I'll just do it again because I know that my mom would want me to. And then I wasn't really planning on running in high school because I was still like a soccer player since that's what I've been doing for like my whole life. But I didn't think I'd make the soccer team because I was like 5 foot flat and like 85 pounds. Yeah. So I thought I'd get tossed around on the field, and then the coach would be like, "We don't want you on the team." So I just said I'll do cross country since everyone makes it. And then I ended up being good in my like freshman year. Then I said I'd go back to soccer after cross country.
Yeah.
But then everyone said do track, so I was like, so then I did track, and then again I was still like I was one of the best freshmen in the state for the mile and the 2 mile. So then after that, I was just like, I guess I'll just keep on running.
And what were the races you were running in middle school? Were you running the mile, or were you doing like more like sprint stuff?
It was since we didn't have track in middle school, at my middle school, it was just like a 1.5 mile race in cross country.
Oh, okay. But then when you did, so was your mom like a runner?
She was running back in Africa, which is why she was like, since I ran, I also want you to have the experience of like running. Since she was good. She was like, you can also maybe like do something in it. So I was like, okay.
Did you stay in the Ivory Coast?
No, Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. Yeah. Okay. Is that where your dad's from too?
Yeah.
Okay. Did they grow up there or?
Yeah, they grew up there and they moved here in like 2 or 3 years before I was born.
Okay. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have 3 siblings.
They run too or no? Or play soccer?
One of them played soccer and ran, but like didn't like running, and didn't like soccer as much. So like, but the other one played basketball and the other one was a swimmer.
Okay.
But she also ran, but she was more of like a swimmer.
Okay. But then how did you have that balance of just, were those just hard decisions to make like at such a did they feel like hard decisions or like pressure where like people were telling you like you had this love like to play soccer and getting recruited from it, and people were telling you like you should run, like you're doing well at it? Was those like hard decisions like battling back and forth between soccer and track?
It was definitely like it was really hard to change schools and not run cross country because I was one of the best runners on my team, and the next season we were gonna have like our top five was everyone's gonna be like under 1730, and like in Maryland that's pretty good, so we had a good chance of like doing well. So I was like, so it was hard for me to move, but I still went to some of the meets that my school went to, since my sister was running cross country there.
Okay.
In her last year, and all my friends were like at that meet, but I just what kept me going was basically like after soccer, I'm just only doing track. I'm not gonna play club soccer. I'm just gonna continue running.
Was there any like friction between like soccer and track, like coaches or anyone in soccer being like, oh, we want you to join this travel squad, and you had to make like a decisive decision to just do track?
Yeah, because after my school soccer season ended like the first year, my club soccer team was like they were still going on, so I played with them for like 2 more months while I was running, and then I stopped after like the last tournament in December with them. So after that it was just like only track.
Mm-hmm. But like when you like fastest freshman in the state of Maryland, where like you guys aren't like slouches, anything of that nature. And I remember looking at it too, like because your freshman year was 2019, and then that sophomore year was 2020, the whole pandemic, and you weren't able to go to school or compete. And then you came out, I believe, your sophomore year, and what you're running 4:14 or 4:15. So like, and what were you running your freshman year?
It was like 4:49.
Damn.
But no, it was I reclassed when I moved schools.
Okay.
So it was my junior year that I like broke out per se.
Okay. So it was like 2019 you were a freshman though?
2019 summer, like 2019 outdoor, I was a freshman.
Okay. And then 2021, like you were like
I was a junior.
You're a junior, but then you're reclassed, so you're like a sophomore.
Yeah.
So, but like, what went into those that year though? You feel me? Like, what went into that work that got you into that 4:14? Next time you start 4:15, once you stop stepping on the track and you're dropping, what? I'm not good at math. You feel me? Like 30 something seconds.
Yeah, it was like, over COVID, I was just running like every day basically. I didn't really do like much track stuff because I was like, cross country season's gonna come back. I was so hoping for that to come back, so I was doing like mostly distance runs with my friend. I did like 7-mile runs like most days. I didn't really have a coach to like train me, so I was just doing my like own thing.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that what I was doing would work. And then once we like came back into school season, like April, like March, April, I think. We I got more into specific training for cross country, like more like 1K reps, mile reps and stuff. So then I guess that's what really honed my that's what honed my speed. And then like during the track season, we did a lot of 300s.
Yeah.
Like a lot of 300s. I mean like 3 days, like 3 days a week. It was like 300s.
Long rest in between.
2 minute, like 2 minute, two minute runs in between.
Really fast.
Yeah, it was like 45 seconds, and then it was like a lot of that, and then like some like 400s, and then we did like 200s as well, and then so I guess that's what really honed like my speed from coming in from like cross country running 16:47 over the 3 meets we had to 4:15 for the mile at states that year.
Do you think that time, like you said, you didn't have a coach and you're just running, do you feel like that's where you start to really like fall in love with the sport? Like kind of just like trying to figure it out, but just by trial and error?
Honestly, yeah. Cause during that time is where I worked on my form like a lot.
Yeah. And
it's where I worked on getting my like breathing down so that like all of my like technical distance running stuff would be fine when I went back into running.
Dude, that's good. I think because I coach at a high school, and I always say like when we take like breaks or whenever like we don't run like for a week, and like I'm like, bro, like, or we have like on your own, it's like OYOs. I'm like, bro, like you guys need to use this time and like just have fun, bro. Like figure it out on your
have
own.
fun with the sport.
Yeah,
You know, because just like with anything, like I'm sure with basketball or like you play soccer,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's fun to just go outside and
yeah,
kick the ball and like do some like corners or like dribble and like, you know, just working on your game a little bit. And you could do that same thing within running.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, I used to like go to the track and do like 40s and 60s and drills and core. I used to just do that like on my own time.
And would you like watch other people too? Would you like watch races or like look up things about like training or something when you're trying to run by yourself?
Always, yeah. Like I think that's when I started like getting into watching others run more, like watching more pro races, watching short documentaries or YouTube runners about specific people. So that's when I started just watching a lot of videos on running, since I had so much time and I would just only like running.
Who were some of those? Who were some of those people you would watch or like videos
or docs?
Definitely Bekele. Rudisha was one that I watched a lot. Ingebrigtsen was coming onto the scene
he was
at
like
the
super
time.
young. He still is young, but
he was like even younger. So it was like this guy's really good at that age. So like maybe I could be him sometime by like my age now. And then I think another one was Mo. Oh, I like Mo Farah a lot. Very much.
Yeah.
Bro, Mo's.
Well, I love Mo. I love Bekele too. Those are like two of my favorites right there, Mo and Bekele.
I think that's good that you went to like OGs too, because I feel like I was talking to you about that. I feel like Jacob is gonna be, or no, like Jacob and Faith Kipyegon are very much like this generation's like Bekele's, and you know like they're like on a whole different level. But I don't think people really looking back to like Bekele like that. And also Mo Farah is beast though, man. The fact that this man fell, it was that 2017 in the 10, was that the 10 or the 5?
I think that was a 10K.
That was a 10. Bro, that man's nice, bro. He doesn't know, like when he's in the race, like he wins. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. Is there any soccer players though? Like who are like the football players that give you that inspiration or like, you know, got that dog in them that you look up to?
I think that one that I watched a lot was Mesut Ozil. He played on Arsenal. I don't know what like country he was from. I think it was England or Belgium, but I'm not sure. But I know he played for Arsenal, and I just watched his tricks and like goals a lot. So it was just I also tried to like kind of be him during my time, and also like Aubameyang, because he's super fast, and on the field I was always a fast person that people like looked to give the ball to. So I was like, I'm him kind of. So like I'll watch him and see what else I can do.
What was it like for you? Because like I feel like soccer people got to be a lot different than cross country like distance people. Like was that a transition between friends, or you got homies on both sides of the spectrum? And were you able to like recruit someone from soccer to come start running with you or anything like that?
You see, actually I did in middle school. My friend Josue, he played on one of my like rival club teams, but we played on the same like middle school team. But like 8th grade of cross country, I got him to run cross country, and we came 1 and 2 in every single race.
Did he? He didn't keep running with you?
Sadly, no.
Dang. That would have been nice.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a nice combo for sure. Yeah, that would have been dope. But it's cool to see like someone like that's a dual sport athlete. So you're not gonna play soccer at Georgetown. No. Was that ever a conversation or a thought? No. Just like I gotta just stick with this running thing.
Yeah.
When was that moment when you're all like in high school, like, oh yeah, like I want to do running during college?
I think it was like my sophomore year of high school. I think it was cross country, like summer conditioning. I just enjoyed running a lot with my friends over the summer. We did a lot of things that summer, and I became very close with them.
Yeah,
with some of the upperclassmen and people in my grade. So I was like, and I was also good at it. So I was like, this is something that I just really like enjoy doing with myself and by myself and with other people. So I was like, I think that's when I was like in college. I'll run track and cross country instead of doing soccer.
It's the friends, man. The friends you make in cross country is like, It's like no other, bro. It
I wanna
really is.
I wanna hear more about your mom though too, because you said she was a runner, and I know she saw your whole rise. You know, going from 449 to 415. Was there words of advice that she would give you, or like was she really on you to like get better or anything like that?
I think she was really supportive during my during that time. She did like one thing she did help me through is eating better, because during soccer I did not eat right at all, but like during cross country and track it's like more important to like do that, since you don't really like get a break during the race to recover and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think so nutritional wise she was like a great help with that.
And then being from like an African household as well, do you think like what was just like the push from your parents on you compared to like maybe your peers or something like that? Because I know my girlfriend, she's Nigerian, and like at times, well, she was a dancer, but then it was always like it was pushed towards academics, but then it was also very much whatever she did, it was always like you're 100% and like this dance thing, you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like it was different growing up in like an African household for you?
Kind of, yeah, because she always pushed me to always do my best in both school and sports, so that when I go to college, like picking a college for me was like easier. So like she always had me put everything that like she always had me go 100% in running and like and in training, so that I'm strong, and disciplined when it comes to like other things as well.
No, yeah, and I think that's good because there's a lot of lessons. Well, especially just from running, like it's all on you. Like it's the self-discipline is built into that. If you're 100%, like I feel like you imply that there's so many different areas in your life. Like once you get older, and especially when you just gotta study for something, bro. Because some people don't be studying, bro. Like and if y'all like, bro, like just get off TikTok, bro. Like for real. I'm not looking at you saying you did that, but I'm just.
Hey man, I'm doing good right now. I'm in the HOKA mansion, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing good right now.
Nah, for real. But you want to go to here, bro? You want to talk about Festival of Miles?
Yeah, I want to talk about Festival of Miles, man. Like, so Craig, shout out Craig. He's the one I got us hooked up in this house. He put on Festival of Miles, was a big part of that. But before we even talk about it, what was your mindset going into that race? I remember hearing the interview afterwards. You were like, "Oh, in indoor, I was running like my first race was like 4:15 or something." Like, what were you thinking when you saw that lineup of Simeon and Connor and all the talk back and forth, and you were coming in with a 1:48? Like, what was your thoughts just coming into the race?
I was like, I knew I wasn't hoping for a win because I thought that would be a little out of my like out of my skill range, since their PRs were like 6 seconds faster than mine at the time. So I was going in on like just to run like a fast time. I was going in for because great competition brings out the best in me when it comes to like racing. So I knew since there were 8 people with faster PRs than me, I was gonna be able to be pulled to a faster time. So but I think like the closer I got to the race, the more my race plan got more solid and stuff. Like I knew I wanted to go out not with the pacer and not at the front, but I wanted to go out like too flat, and then just slowly bring them back in the last like 2 laps, which is what I did, and then which is what ended up helping me break 4. So I think going into the race, like my race plan and my mentality, because like whenever I'm not focused on winning the race, I think I race much better when I focus on just like a race plan and just like executing it.
Is that surrounding the race plan around a time, or just around like moving up with people?
I think that one was like moving up with people, because if I moved towards the front, I was definitely gonna get closer to sub 4, since that's since the pacer was taking us out at like 2:25 through the 1K. I knew that if I was like just a step off, it would be a better pace for me, and it would be still fast like in the overall race.
So sub 4, it felt like that was the goal going into it though.
Yeah, that was the goal going into it.
Was that like, cause I don't know, I don't run that fast. Was that is that like scary, bro? Like is that like, you know, like is it just like anxious? Like dang, bro, that's really sub 4.
But also like for you, what is it like just being in high school right now, I really feel like shout out to Leo and Lex, like from their sophomore year running so great, it really made like everyone in this class be like, it's not impossible to run like crazy times with so many people just
Is
breaking
that Leo
forward.
and Lex though?
I mean,
I don't. We
it's
don't have
part
to
of
get to
it.
this. I don't know. That's low key.
It's a part of it, but
Yeah,
they're
they're
not the only ones.
I know, but there's
But
also, remember the class we just had like 3 years ago when we had like the class when during COVID when we
with
had
Nico
like
and Matt.
Nico, Matt Strangio,
They
Easton
didn't get their
Alred.
chance.
I
They
know,
didn't
but
get their
like
chance.
Leo Dashbach,
Leo
like
did at the sub 4 thing.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that race, that class was crazy. Like we
Yeah.
thought we were
Yeah.
gonna see we thought we were gonna see what we saw at Festival of Miles
That's
when
true.
they did that thing right there.
But
and
that's
like,
still-
it's got better. Then Colin came out, ran 3:56.
Regardless, it's not about it being Leo
Okay,
and Lex.
I'm
It's
just
just
saying,
through your high school career, you've seen that transition to where kids are just breaking forward and being so great. So
Yeah.
I would think it's not as scary, but
Like I definitely thought it was possible the closer I got to the race, because when I ran 4:05, like I did have a pacer through 800, but like it wasn't like I had any competition that race. But since I was able to run like a good last half alone, I knew that with other people in the race and with my competitive mindset, I knew I'd be able to like run faster. And in practice, like I ran a split 1600 and like 4:04. So like in trainers, so I was like,
wait, what?
so I
You ran
just
404 in trainers?
a split 1600, but like, yeah.
Wait, what do you mean a split? You were running
did a
you ran
4 mile?
more? You ran more after that?
No, it was a 1200 and then a 400.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So then
How much rest in between?
it was, I think it was like 2-3 minutes since it was like a split 1600.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 and then 60. So like, so I knew I could like close in 60
Yeah.
or like
When you're
60
tired.
or sub 60 or like or sub 60. I just needed to drill into the third lap because I came through in like 2 flat and then I came through in like 63 high.
Yeah.
So then like, but that was with no one in front of me and at practice. So like, and in training. So I was like with spikes and like, and the right weather and the right atmosphere and the right people and the right pacing. I knew that would like translate to sub 4. So going into the race, I was definitely I definitely thought I was more capable of like doing it.
Mm-hmm. That's you said a lot of rights though, like the right pacer, the right atmosphere, the right this, right that. And like, this goes off the topic, I feel like, of Festival of Miles, but just like, how do you feel? And I think this is advice for anybody watching, or high schoolers definitely. How do you feel like when those rights don't happen, like, cause you're talking about your competitive mindset. And I think we're digging into that. Just that when it's not the right pace, like just thinking of the what ifs, where it's not the right pace, it's not the right atmosphere, it just feels kind of weird. Like, how do you battle through that and still try to have the best race you possibly can?
To be honest, I don't know. I think without all of the like right things, I think it just goes down to my competitive mindset and not wanting to lose.
Yeah.
That's what would bring me past like everything else not being right, but just loving to compete and like loving to win while hating to lose. That's what drives me forward.
What did you say? Loving to win
And hating to lose.
Shoot, I don't like losing either, right? I don't like losing either. I don't know if I love to win though. Do I love to win? I think I do.
When you look back at Festival of Miles at all, do you feel like you could have been up there a little bit more or ran a little bit faster? We were watching the race low key. We thought you were about to win for a second.
No, yeah. Once you got it up, once you're like moving to the outside, I'm like, this man ran 148. Like, there's no, he's gonna win this race, bro. Yeah. But like, Simeon is a dog though. It's hard to beat him, like for real. But I don't know. Maybe if I wasn't in fourth coming off of the curve, like maybe I could have like done something more. But like, I think for now, like that was just basically my like I ran it perfectly, I think, to my like abilities. So like, but if I did have another opportunity, I would probably be closer to the front. So crossing that line, 358, skipping 359 just entirely. But then I think the crazy thing was when like that first happened, because we were at the watch party, I think even we were all like, wait, hold on, this dude broke 4, and it was like, wait, I was like, told Aaron, like, he's the first black kid to break 4. Like, and he's like, Cheserek, did Cheserek break 4? I was like, nah. Cheserek did Footsum?
Nope.
Like, that's
Elias was close.
Elias,
no.
Like, there weren't.
I was thinking really hard, and I was like, dang. This dude's the first one.
That's
That's crazy.
That's wild. That's wild. Did you have that thought even going into the race?
Yeah, actually, like ever since I ran 405, I was like, it's looking more of a, because I heard Devin talking about it like
Yeah.
for the whole year. He was like, I'm gonna be the first African American to break 4 in the mile in America. So I was like, oh, I wish that I could do that.
Uh-huh.
But like the further that the season progressed and he didn't do it, and the faster that I got, I was like, you know what, this is like a real chance. And then once I passed him at HOKA Festival of Miles in like the second lap, I was like, okay, he's probably not gonna be the first one. So I think that's also what
cool.
That's what like pushed me forward to also like break 4.
He's like, man, I gotta hold it down. You're like, Devin, come with me. We can both do it together.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
That is wild. But like, what does that mean to you, man? Being the first African American high schooler to break 4 minutes in a mile.
It just means a lot to me, honestly. Like I'm glad that I got to be a part of Black history. I'm glad that others can look up to me and that they're inspired by me doing it. So I'm just happy that I was able to do it.
But Aaron, as you were doing that, you said he came in the day of the race.
What?
Like at 12:40.
Yeah.
Because you flew from Baltimore to Missouri.
Yeah.
What is that, like 4?
Nah, it's like 2 hours.
Oh, it's like pretty close.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so that's not that bad. Not like really like jet lag. Yeah. That's probably good though, because like they were low key doing a lot. Like they were doing all the.
Yeah, so I saw everything they were doing the day before. I was like, wow.
Eating ribs.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh no,
man. I felt bad for him. I was like, they played my boy Devin, bro.
Did you leave that day too?
Yeah, I left. No, I left the next morning. I left at like 6 something.
Oh, that was a quick trip then.
Yeah,
a really quick trip. St. Louis is cool though. I've been to St. Louis.
So what was the reception like after when you got back to school? Or did people understand like what you had just accomplished?
Yeah, everyone like school was over at that point for me. But I did go to school the next week for my senior trip and for the assembly, and like everyone was just like, oh my gosh, wow, congrats, and all of the teachers and stuff, they're all like, oh my gosh, wow, and they were all like asking me how it felt and if they thought I could do it going into the race and how it felt and stuff, and I was like, yeah, this everything's pretty nice there.
What's it like now too? Like you said, this is not the first podcast you did. Like you've done a couple like in person. You know what I mean? Do you feel like you get in that? Because we were saying like we feel like you kind of underrated, but do you feel like you're getting that recognition a little bit more now too?
Yeah, I think now I'm definitely getting more recognition, like especially after running like sub 4. That's when people started really like knowing me more, I think.
But people have recognized that like you were on 147.
Yeah.
And you won indoors. You won indoors in the 8, right?
Yeah.
New Balance too.
And then you won outdoors in the 8 too. They need to recognize, bro.
Yeah.
They need to recognize. Like, this man runs 147 and broke 4. Like, that's pretty. What do you think? Like, because there's not 800 runners that are scared to run that mile and go up, or like there's 800 runners,
or there's milers that are afraid to go down to the 8.
To go down.
They don't want to run that.
What's setting you apart to be able to do like both of these, being able to run really like under 4 high school 147? That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think it's mostly just that that I think I'm I know I'm a miler, but like after last summer I was like, now I'm kind of also an 800 runner. But like, so I know that I have the speed to do the 8, but also have like the endurance to go up to the mile. So like I think just a combination of both is what's making me like being able to do both, kind of.
Thoroughbred.
For real. Do you want to do you feel like you're an 800 runner though? Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
I feel like this is probably gonna be a conversation you're gonna have for the next couple of years.
Yeah. I'm still not entirely sure which one that I like truly am, but like I think for now
147 though.
But 147 is kind of crazy. Like,
you might have to run that.
147 is kind of crazy.
You might run 145 next year.
Who knows?
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what will Sumner ran 144?
He ran 144.
Yeah. But like how do you feel like running the 8K?
8K.
Like, how do you feel? I think it may come down.
That's gonna be crazy. Though,
it may
you
come
didn't
down
run cross country this year, and then if
Yeah.
when you go to Georgetown, if you run cross country, you might run a 10K, bro.
That's true. I know my freshman year I'm not running cross country.
Okay.
Like I'm pretty sure I think I'm training with them.
Yeah.
For the most part, but I don't think that I'm gonna be like a part of the main team of runners. Yeah. So I'm gonna see how my freshman year goes, like indoor and outdoor, and see if like not doing cross country affects my like racing at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It didn't affect it much in high school, but like I want to see if but since college is like way different, I want to see if it has any like impact on that.
All right. See, we have to see that test. You definitely 15.8. You feel me? You ain't trying to go up and do. No one trying to go do 8K. Who trying to do that, bro? Who trying to do that? I was just gonna see if you want to do a 5K.
I'll try a 5K.
Okay.
I'll try one.
You may have to run some 8Ks then, man. Maybe look at you, right?
Maybe.
Don't you think?
I think you gotta stick to that 8 for a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure though. For sure.
I don't think I'd be able to drop a 14 something in the 5K, but like maybe like 15, maybe.
You might, yeah.
On the track, yeah. But like
you said 14. You could run 14.
14?
Yeah, bro. You ran 358.
You do run 358.
You ran 358. You could probably go under 14.
Ooh, under 14 is crazy. Maybe.
I know you do run 3. That's a big superpower, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That is a big like superpower. I think that's what's weird. I'm just gonna go a tangent on just running. Running just in general, bro. Like after you don't run for a while, it's all like, bro, like it's low key just a superpower. Like I haven't been running, but then I can come out and just run like 440, and it's all like nothing. You feel me? Like it's like running is definitely like a superpower in itself, because people just hate running too, which is crazy. Like the fact that like be like, bro, I just did 4 miles. They'll be like, what? That's insane.
Even
like,
if you jog.
bro, I just did 16 on Saturday. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? 4 miles? I just did 16.
The relevancy.
Like, yeah, it's kind of crazy, but no, it's just a tangent. But yeah, you got something?
No, I mean now kind of walk through that. You know, you went into New Balance Nationals in that 800. Is that where you ran 147?
Yeah.
You're at 147. You know, what was it like going into that after just knowing you broke in 4? Did you feel like any pressure? Because you were the indoor champion, and then I remember that New York meet, you won that too.
Track night.
Yeah, track night. So going into that one, you were the man. What was it like going into that race?
It was like I didn't know if I was gonna run it like 2 Tuesdays before, actually, because that's when I got my hamstring strain. So like going into it, I was like coming off of Brooks, I was like I was scared to run at Brooks because I didn't want to injure my leg again from going out too fast. But after that, like going into nationals, I was pretty much fine and like locked in on everything, because like I was massaging my leg. I was icing a lot. So going into nationals, I was pretty confident that if I went out in front, I would most likely win. Mm-hmm. And I did want to go out faster than a 52, which is what I did, and it did hold my own in the last 100. So I think like going into it, I definitely had more confidence than Brooks the Wednesday before.
Are you excited are you going to the track after this?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Are you gonna go watch the 800 heats?
Yeah.
Is that your favorite event to watch too right now, the 8 or the 15?
Can we get some predictions though too? Can we get some predictions? I want to hear some predictions.
I don't know. Okay, I think top 3 who are gonna win the whole thing. I think Clayton Murphy definitely has to be in there. Will Sumner, and probably an underdog, Isaiah Jewett.
Isaiah Jewett. You think Will Sumner can make the team?
Yeah, he did run 144.
Yeah. Most definitely. My only thing is that I don't know how is he gonna respond when he has all those people around him.
I don't know. It really depends on on the race tactics per se. I don't know how he'll do, because since his best race came from night splitting heavily. Yeah. I don't know if he's gonna be able to control the finals with going out in 53 again. But I have faith in him.
Yeah. Do you like that? You like running from the front and taking it out hot? You don't really like when it goes slow?
Not really.
No, I don't think no one really likes that besides Nick Simmons, bro.
Yeah.
That's the only person that likes that. And when he goes fast, he even in the back, bro, get up there, man. You close good. We trying some final questions?
Yeah, we should try and do some closeout questions.
All right. Well, I don't really got that many closeout questions.
I got one question for you. I want to ask you about the DMV. I know you got DMV got pride. That's Chocolate City, right next to DC and everything. I mean,
PG County.
yeah. What's it like? What's it like growing up out there? I guess you would say what's it like growing up there out there? Let's just start off with that.
I mean, it's kind of fun. Like where I live, there's like a lot of places to go and like hang out. Kind of like there's like where there's a square with like a lot of food and like a movie theater near me. There's like a lot of theaters near me, and there's like one of our malls got tore down actually. I don't know what's gonna be there, but like the mall was already kind of like deteriorating per se. But like there is one that's like 30 minutes away from me that's like pretty fun to go to, I think.
Yeah.
And I think just being in the in the DMV is like it just kind of like fuels me per se, because like everyone says the best athletes come from the DMV. So I kind of want to be like a byproduct of that. So like I always like to be a part of one of the best athletes that come from the DMV.
Who are your top 3 DMV athletes?
Michael Phelps.
I didn't know he went there from out there.
Yeah, he's from Baltimore actually.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he came from Maryland. And I'd say Matthew Centrowitz.
Okay. I didn't realize. Dang. Okay. I didn't realize he was from there either.
But there's a basketball player that's like a famous basketball player that's from the DMV, but I forgot which one.
I thought AI is from Virginia.
Yeah, he's from Virginia. Isn't KD?
Yes.
KD.
Yeah.
Because that's all from PG County.
Yeah.
Who else? I think Jaleel Okafor. There's a lot of, I think Quinn Cook. A lot of guys, NBA guys from
Michael
PG
Beasley?
County. I think so. Like that school, is it Oak Hill?
No, I think that's
Oakland Mills.
I think Oak Hill's might be in New York.
No, I'm pretty sure it's KD though. KD.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Katie that came from there.
No, yeah. DMV. How is like where you grew up? Is it diverse? Like, would you say like from everywhere and just like from the running in general as well?
Yeah, I'm pretty like overall it's like top 10 diverse cities in the country. So like
Yeah.
I've met a lot of different people from different demographics there, and running wise, yeah, there's also a lot of different people of color that run in like Germantown, Maryland, and stuff.
Like on the distance side as well.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. Because I feel like we're in Southern California, and I think it's definitely there's not as many like there's when I was in high school, but we had like 4 black people on the team or whatever it may be, you know. But like there was a lot of Mexicans that were Hispanic people like on our team, and just a lot definitely my senior team, like we were really really diverse, and your team too, pretty sort of.
Kinda.
Yeah. But I think that's different
More
from like
diverse
Southern
than
California
college, for sure,
compared to like other schools and like the DMV as well.
Also, like DMV, you know, like I know Wale from out there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got like your own like sound and like music.
Yes, yeah, we do.
Yeah, so like talk a little bit about that and like tell me your top like DMV artists.
I think my top 3 DMV artists would be like definitely Young Manny at 1, and Zanman 2nd, and Money Mar 3rd.
Man, bro, I'm old as some washed. I'm washed.
You said
I don't know who those
Young Manny,
Young Manny,
Money Mar.
Yeah, Money.
I know. I think I heard Money Mar.
I haven't heard of none of those people, bro.
None of them?
No, none of them.
Not even not.
Wait, what kind of rap is that? Is that like that trap?
That's trap. I'm pretty sure.
That's trap. Yeah, I don't listen to trap music.
But Manny does have some like he does have a lot of like non-trap songs since his parents used to like produce his music, I think, or something. I'm not sure, but his parents were involved with his music, so like when he started out, it wasn't like mostly trap.
Yeah, and then I just go with this. What sports do you watch? And like, are you Washington? Like, oh wait, you're not a Commanders fan. There's no way you're.
No. I'm a Ravens fan.
Yeah. Like, why would you be a Commanders fan? Like, that wouldn't even add up at all. Like, why would you do that to yourself?
My dad is though. I don't know.
Oh,
why.
for real?
Yeah.
You said I don't know why. So you're a Ravens fan, Wizards fan, or
I would say I don't follow basketball that much.
Okay.
But if I don't know which team like I would follow if I did watch basketball. Like a lot. Like I like if it's on the TV, of course I'll like watch it and I see like videos of it on TikTok and of course I'm like interested.
Yeah.
But, like I never like take time out of my day to just watch it on my own.
But you will watch the Ravens.
Yeah.
No, like especially with Lamar, OBJ over there now too. And then last question, we always have to ask this one. It's kind of deep, but I think it's always a good one to end it. Let's just know who you are and definitely what you want to be in running, what mark do you want to leave on the sport when it's all said and done, you feel like?
I definitely want to leave with the American record, at least in the 800.
At least.
If I can go faster than 142 low, then why not? And I think a mark that I will that I didn't have, that I didn't want to leave, that I wasn't planning on leaving at first, but I am leave that I would leave, is that in high school, there's other more Black Americans can break 4 in the mile, basically.
Yeah, that's an incredible stat. Definitely to look at that and to know that and you can't, there's nothing really to look like. Well, it's great that Juliet is the broke 2, you know what I mean, in the 800, and being a Black woman doing that, that's inspiring, and seeing all the Black women in the 800. But there's not really a metric like that on the women's side, and for someone in running to come in and to finally break through that barrier, and not even really it's not even just inspiration, I feel for African Americans, but for any colored person, you know what I mean? You the darkest person on that list, you feel me? You know what I mean? And there's no one close to being that. And that people are gonna find inspiration in that, simply just dang, bro, I don't have to be this archetype when I'm running over 800 to be this good in the sport. Because you go right down to 800, that 146.45. Wait, hold on. That's what we gotta ask. At 146.45, that ain't being broken anytime soon. If it do get broke, it may be someone same skin tone as Michael Granville. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But
it most likely will. Probably will.
Possibly. Shoot, Zyrix.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Zyrix.
For sure. Yeah. I watched your guys' race. He ran bad at that race though. I was like, dang, he didn't even go out with you.
Wait, how do you? That's the last thing. Cause we had Michael Granville on the podcast before. We talked to him. That's the homie. That's uncle. Mm-hmm. But how do you feel about that 146.45? Is that breakable?
It's definitely gonna be hard to break, but I don't know actually, because two people tried to do it last year. They're they got super close a lot of times, but
they couldn't get it.
They just didn't get it.
Will Sumner just won NCAA's, but he couldn't get the record.
And you ran 144 while winning NCAA's, but he couldn't run 146.5 in high school.
It's crazy.
4.5. Yeah, it's wild. But appreciate you, Tinoda Matatsa. Matsatsa.
That one was better.
Tinoda Matsatsa. Tinoda Matsatsa.
Good enough.
That was good enough. on the podcast with 2 Black runners, bro. Appreciate you coming through. Best of luck here at U20s. Best of luck going forward to Georgetown. We're going to be watching. We're going to be tuned in. And thank you for what you've done, bro. I think you're inspiring the next generation of athletes, not just Black athletes in general, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.